We're at line 471 of Book 11 of the Odyssey. The soul of swift-footed Achilles, scion of Iacus, knew me, and full of lamentation he spoke to me in winged words. Son of Laertes and seed of Zeus, resourceful Odysseus, hard man, what made you think of this bigger endeavor? How could you endure to come down here to Hades' place, where the senseless dead men dwell, mere imitations of perished mortals? So he spoke, and I again said to him in answer, Son of Peleus, far the greatest of the Achaeans, Achilles, I came for the need to consult Tiresias, if he might tell me some plan by which I might come back to rocky Ithaca. For I have not yet been near Achaean country, nor ever set foot on my land, but always I have troubles. Achilles, no man before has been more blessed than you, nor ever will be. Before, when you were alive, we Argives honored you as we did the gods, and now in this place you have great authority over the dead. Do not grieve even in death, Achilles. Kind of big of him to say that Achilles really should be happy. So I spoke, and he in turn said to me in answer, O shining Odysseus, never try to console me for dying. I would rather follow the plow as thrall to another man, one with no land allotted him and not much to live on, than be a king over all the perished dead. But come now, tell me anything you have heard of my proud son, whether or not he went along to war to fight as a champion, and tell me anything you have heard about stately Peleus, whether he still keeps his position among the Myrmidon hordes, or whether in Hellas and Phthia they have diminished his state, because old age constrains his hands and feet, and I am no longer there under the light of the sun to help him, not the man I used to be once when in the wide Troad I killed the best of their people, fighting for the Argives. So, I think the obvious interpretation of these lines has to be that Achilles has decided there among the dead that he made the wrong choice. That in fact he should not have stayed at Troy, but rather he should have gone home, and that in fact the kind of hero that he decided to be in Troy is not the kind of hero that should be chosen over the kind of hero that Odysseus is, the crafty kind, the kind who stays alive so that he can get back to his family and help his son and help his father, both of which are things Odysseus does by returning to Ithaca. And so what you have is a quarrel between Achilles' version of heroism and Agamemnon's version of heroism and Odysseus' version of heroism that's played out between the Iliad and the Odyssey. And I'll just leave you with one fascinating and rather mind-blowing way of looking at it. It's not necessarily true that the Odyssey is composed after the Iliad. It seems as if there's a good period, call it 900 through 800 BCE, when the two traditions, the Iliad tradition and the Odyssey tradition, are having their own quarrel between them. And it could be that the 11th book of the Odyssey is composed at a stage when there isn't yet in existence the 9th book of the Iliad, where Achilles makes his choice explicit. It could be that the 9th book of the Iliad as we have it is composed as a response to the 11th book of the Odyssey. And there's one really very interesting smoking gun there. That is when Achilles says to Ajax that he hates above all a man who lies, despises him as the gates of death. And Odysseus, of course, we know as the consummate liar, the best liar of all, and the man whose heroism is, in a certain sense, defined by his lying.